This is the Wi-Fi Pineapple Pager by Hak5. The hardware itself makes this an incredibly capable Wi-Fi auditing tool. Just like the Flipper Zero, what makes this truly powerful is the community. For the past month, I've been watching Darren from Hak5 go over all of the amazing payloads that the community have created for the Pineapple Pager. And while the Pineapple Pager is a professional level network auditing tool, especially if you get the Glitch Ethernet mod, today we're going to be going over all of the applications that I found really useful. Because remember, this thing's not just a toy, this is a full-on Linux machine. So today I'm going to go over not only my favorite payloads, but I'm also going to show you how to transform this little pager into a full-on Linux learning tool. That's enough intro for now, let's get at it.
This video is for educational purposes only. Only test your own hardware. Doing otherwise is illegal. Don't be a skid.
Alright, so first things first, let's jack this bad boy into the Gibson so you can see what's going on screen. Alright, so here we are down at the desktop. I'll go ahead and enter our password that you set up when you originally set up the pager. Mine saved, of course. Here we go. So here's my desktop. You'll notice that mine may look a little bit different than yours. And what's cool about that is I'm going to teach you how to upgrade everything to look just like mine or however you want yours to look. So if you haven't downloaded all of the files from Hak5 directly, watch my last video on setting up the Pineapple Pager. It'll make your life much, much easier. So the first payload we're going to go over, and I'm actually going to call them scripts now because we're really not doing anything that warrants a payload title. These are just fun little things. There's nothing going on here. So let's go into the general tab. Then we can go to the update payloads, ringtones, and themes because we can update everything right on the pager. It makes your life so much easier to not have to go win SCP or whatever and download stuff. So this keeps everything up to date. And from here, one of the things I'm going to do is enable privacy mode, which has its own toggle in here. So if we scroll up, you'll see that there's a privacy mode. We're going to go ahead and launch this one. And what that does is for privacy, it will block out all personally identifiable information, which for the sake of this video is perfect for me. And just like that, we've got it pop back up and we're in privacy mode. One quick thing here, if we go into settings, because if you were following along with me, you just downloaded a bunch of themes. So if we go into general and then down to theme, you'll see now you have all of these great themes on here. It couldn't be easier. Go through, check them all out. Some are more fleshed out than others, but these are a lot of them. One of my favorites down here is Zombie UFO. If you have a Pineapple Pager and the themes installed, check that one out and let me know what you think in the comments down below. So moving on to another kind of fun payload, right here is the PagerBoy controller. So this does one of two things which are really cool. So let's load this up. Go ahead and launch. So we'll press up to switch to PagerBoy and payload complete. So what happens now is if we refresh this, it turns our pager interface into a PagerBoy. It's so cool. So now the web UI looks like a GameBoy. Pretty fun little thing you can do. It's all the same stuff right there. You can see the Wi-Fi Pineapple Pager still there in the terminal. Very, very, very cool. Now it does make it a little bit harder to show you some stuff on here. So we can go ahead and actually just do the exact same thing to turn it back. And instead of pressing up, we're going to press down. And then, let's see, payload complete. And if we refresh this again, we have our normal UI. Perfect, so much fun. Here's an actually useful script. This is Wi-Fi Guppy. So what this intends to do is it's going to go and search my test network and see how many devices are connected on each channel. So I can see, if things are getting overly congested or anything like that. And just like that, it's done. So you can see there are 10 devices on channel 1. There are 3 devices on my 5 gigahertz channel 112, and so on and so forth. I really need to get channel 1 on 2.4 figured out. I don't know why there's so much stuff on it. It's probably all my IoT stuff, but I got to figure that out because it's got to be gumming up the entire works. One script that actually falls into the very useful category is the Dumpy Reverse Ducky. What it actually does is you can plug a device directly into the Pineapple Pager, and it's going to tell you whether or not that is actually a USB rubber ducky. So let's take a known good device, this guy, plug this in and see what it says. No foul play detected, so we know this drive, perfectly safe to plug in. Very, very useful, honestly. So if you happen to see a USB device kicking around somewhere and you want to plug it in, maybe plug it into this first. All right, so the next script we're going to take a look at is actually by my buddy Rocket God from the Pirates Plunder. This is the SSID Chaos Engine. We are performing a vulnerability assessment in a closed sandbox. We will not be bypassing any passwords, compromising credentials, or accessing unauthorized data in this video. This is kind of the same SSID flood that we see all over the place with different devices. So let's see, we're going to go for dad jokes, number 3. So if we press a button here, we can edit, clear this, and go to 3. I love the keyboard on this. Whoever made this theme did a fantastic job. Thank you so much. All right, save this option, and here we go. We're broadcasting now. The script is now demonstrating a beacon flood, broadcasting these custom SSIDs to show how easily a wireless environment can be populated with information or joke networks. jokes. Right now it says land of milk and honey. This land is my land. They are all kind of just jokes, but I think it's pretty fun. Here's actually a pretty interesting script right here. It's called Find Hackers. Because this is a passive scan, it doesn't interact with any devices. It simply listens for the signatures of unauthorized hardware to help you secure your own space. This includes looking for things like captive portals, it's looking for stingrays, it's looking for pineapples, it's looking for absolutely anything. So if this thing finds something, you know, your security needs to be top notch. So we've seen the pineapple pager go through and do a whole bunch of very useful stuff, but can it handle the ultimate hardware test? Well, let's find out. Let's see if we can run Doom. Press any button, and we do lose our heads up cam, but I'll switch to a different camera and see exactly what this is all about. All right, let's fire up Doom. It's got the controls on here. They're a little counterintuitive because you have to hold like green and up to open doors and stuff. It's a little confusing, but it's fine. It's fine. And yeah, we've got the shareware version of Doom. Very, very cool. We'll throw on some copyright friendly music in the background and let's see if we can get through this. So let's go ahead and run through here. Now, I'm not positive, but I feel like there was a secret or something in this room. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played this, but is there like a wall over here or something? Let's see. If there was one, it would be this guy. Now, if you know what secret I'm thinking of, leave a comment down below because I swear there's something going on over there. And let's find some enemies. All right, and then there's our enemies. Stop strafing. There we go. I think I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Get this guy. Hop on into this room. Now, I know there's a few dudes over here. So that guy right there. Come on. Yep. All right. And then the guy up here. I can't even see if that guy's getting hit. Are we getting him? Or am I just wasting bullets? I think I'm wasting bullets. Whoop. And I can get this guy, though. This guy. Oh, come on. I'm going to run out of bullets at this rate. Alright, 87 health, maybe. And if we can get through here, there's one dude right on the opposite side of this. Open. And if I can give him the business. Yep. Alright, cool. And just run through here. And with any luck, turn. Hey, we got it. What time did we get out of there? So we did 83%, 16% for items, no secrets, and a minute 42 for time. That's not great when par's 30, but still, look at that. We actually played through the whole first level, and I'm pretty sure you can play through the entire game if you wanted to on this. It's not that bad. I feel like you could really learn how it works and make it really not that bad at all. So those are some of the most fun apps I've found for the Wi-Fi Pineapple Pager. Which app was your favorite, and you think you're going to be able to play through the entire game of Doom on it? Leave a comment down below. Are there any other scripts or applications you'd like me to review for the Pineapple Pager? Leave a comment and we'll check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are absolute legends. We'll catch you next time.